It's been a while since I've done one of these types of videos. I've been knee-deep in other projects and videos for the channel, but I figured now is a good time to take a look at the eShop sales and share some of my top picks that can be had from there. There's been a lot of good stuff on sale lately, that's for sure, but for today's video, I'm just going to focus my attention on games that can be had for $10 or less. I mean, I hear ya, you don't want any of that expensive stuff. There's been plenty of expensive stuff released lately. No, you want a new game, a good game, and one that does not break the budget. AKA, you want a good game for cheap. Well, at the Kaiju Club, I got you covered. For those in other regions, I've also included the corresponding sale prices for the games included in today's video as well. Hey, I'm nice like that. Anyway, here's my top picks from the latest eShop sales that can be had for $10 or less. There's been a lot of talk lately about Hollow Knight and Silksong, Metroidvanias that have received glowing reviews and praise. And don't get me wrong, they deserve it pretty much. But you know what also are some top tier Metroidvania games? The Ori games. Ori and the Blind Forest, and Ori and the Will of the Wisps. These games are gorgeous, they have a wonderful presentation about them, they have excellent gameplay, especially in terms of exploration and combat, and both game stories are excellent as well. These are top-notch games, without a doubt, and if you like Metroidvanias, or have played games like the previously mentioned Hollow Knight and Silksong, games that do very well in presentation, gameplay, and the feels, and are wondering what games are next for you to play, then here's your answer. If you haven't played these games, and you're wondering what next to play these games. You will love them, guaranteed. The first game, Ori and the Blind Forest, is on sale for $4.99, which is 75% off. And the sequel, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, is on sale for $7.49, which is also 75% off. Gravity Circuit is a 2D action platformer that has you playing as Kai, a war hero who operates the Gravity Circuit mech suit in order to take down the bad guys. With the Gravity Circuit, Kai can attack in many different ways, and even grapple opponents, as well as use many different powers in order to aid him in combat, as well as help him traverse the stages. The gameplay in this one features elements from many classic games like Ninja Gaiden, Bionic Commando, Mega Man, and even various classic beat-em-up games. It makes for a gameplay mashup for sure, but it does work. Everything in this game is executed pretty well, and this 2D action platformer is a blast to play. If you're looking for a very good action platformer to play, then this one is worth checking out, especially since it's on sale for just $9.89. That means it's the cheapest it's ever been on the eShop yet. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania might be the best of the modern SMB games. That likely might be due to the fact that it's a remake of the first 3 console entries of the series, Super Monkey Ball 1, 2, and Deluxe, 3 games that are largely considered to be the best games ever in the series. That means this game has a lot of content, and trust me, it does. But it also throws in a lot of new stuff too, like new characters to play as, and modern additions, like the ability to enable a jump mechanic to make gameplay easier, or in some cases harder. I mean, jumping in a monkey ball game isn't without its risk at times. That all aside, this is great, and for a penny less than $10, it's a darn good deal for it too on the eShop. For roughly $10, you can get 2 great tactical strategy RPGs with the Valkyria Chronicles plus Valkyria Chronicles 4 bundle. The first game in this bundle is a remastered version of the original game, and it contains all the DLC that was originally released for it years ago. The second half, Valkyria Chronicles 4, is the latest game in the series, I believe, and it's a darn good strategy game too. It's actually the highest rated game since the first one. And while this one doesn't have all the DLC with it, there is a number of free DLC for it on the eShop, so make sure to grab that if you get this bundle. These 2 are incredibly deep, challenging, and rewarding tactical RPGs that you can easily sink 100 hours in across the 2 titles. And at $9.99, it's a really good deal. It's basically $5 per game. Longtime viewers know I love me a good fighting game, as well as I love the Persona series, so that makes Persona 4 Arena Ultimax a match made in heaven for me. And it is. It's a great, well-crafted fighting game from the masters at Arc System Works, featuring characters from Persona 4 as well as Persona 3. It's a flashy, yet technical game, and a blast to play. This edition of the game contains all the content released for it, plus the original Persona 4 Arena story from the first game, and you can choose to have either English or Japanese voiceovers. It's on sale for just $8.99 currently, which is 70% off the MSRP price on the eShop. $9 is an excellent price for a top-tier fighting game like this one. IGN recently just posted something along the lines that Hades, for 75% off on the eShop, which breaks down to $6.24, is cheaper than a Big Mac meal, and much more satisfying too. And I have to agree, it's a far better way to spend your money, as Hades is a game that you can easily pour 100 hours into or more. Largely considered to be one of the best roguelike games ever made, as well as one of the best games ever, Hades has excellent combat, a great gameplay hook, as well as a wonderful presentation too. It looks gorgeous in motion. In this game, you play as the son of Hades, who is trying to reach Mount Olympus, and for him to do so, he's gotta beat some butts. So as him, you need to obtain boons or gifts, dodge, hack and slash, while mastering his abilities, as well as explore multiple dungeons, and somehow try to survive. Of course, you will die often when playing this game, that is a fact, but luckily, permanent upgrades that you obtain can help you grow stronger. And that's the hook, getting more powerful each time, so you can hopefully progress further until you eventually, hopefully, reach your goal. If you want a good action game, or you like roguelikes, then this is a game you simply must check out. $6.24, it's the cheapest it's ever been yet on the eShop. It's a steal. The world sucks right now. I think most people will not deny that. I mean, there's a lot of crap and such going on, and I think we could all use something to at least try to make us smile for a bit and help take our mind off things. My solution? Playing as a raccoon who operates a remote-controlled trash-stealing hole. Yes, you heard correctly. In Donut County, you play as BK, and as the game description says, he's a hole-driving raccoon who swallows up his friends and their homes to try to earn idiotic prizes. Yeah, this is a good one. This story-based physics puzzle game has you playing as BK, operating his hole, while trying to figure out solutions to his and other problems. You can combine things, grow your hole, spit things out, and more. As you can tell, this game is nuts, and it is truly nuts. But that is a good thing. Come on, you need a laugh, and at $3.89, how could you say no to that? I mean, come on, you've probably done far worse with $4. Nani! You're already dead and fit. I showcased this rhythm-based fitness game a few months back, and guess what? Fitness Boxing Fist of the North Star is back at its killer price again. Pun not intended. It's just $4.99 on the eShop. Just like other games in the fitness boxing series, you exercise and box to the beat of the music, as well as compete in various challenges. But this time, you get to do it with characters from the Fist of the North Star franchise. You can even face off against famous villains. Now I get it, this game is silly, but it's actually pretty darn good at getting you moving and features a nice amount of unlockables and goals to keep you coming back. Beyond that game though, there is an expansion pack that adds additional modes and music and all, and originally it was for like $24.99, which was very steep, but for the remainder of the sale, it's on sale for just $2.49, which now makes that very cheap to get. So if you have the game, and you like what you see or like the game, then it is worth snagging this for just a few bucks more. Basically for $7.49 total for a set, the game and the expansion, it actually is pretty good for your health. It's bad for the enemy's health though, because I mean they're gonna die by these jabs and punches, but hey, sucks for them, good for you. Silence is a game that I've talked about several times in the past. It's an old school style adventure game with a great presentation. The story in this one is about two siblings who find themselves in the world of silence. It's a gothic, fairy tale-like place that is in serious trouble. Creatures are ransacking towns, there's a war going on, and there's a bunch of rebels who are trying to stop it all. Again, the gameplay in this one is very much like the old school style adventure games of the late 80s and early 90s. But what makes this one a little bit unique is the fact that at certain points, decisions that you make during the course of the game will have an impact on the story, and there is actually multiple routes to experience, so there's a little bit of replayability with this one. Now on the Switch 1, the game is pretty, it really is, but on Switch 2, this game gets boosted to 60 FPS, and it just pops on that system. Regardless though of what system you pick it up for, at $1.99, I think this is a damn good deal if you like adventure games. Hey now, a delisting alert! A game called Billion Road is set to delist on September 30th. Apparently on all platforms too, Steam and Switch included. I didn't even know about this game, which was developed by Bandai Namco until the making of this video, but after finding out it's getting delisted, I figured I would talk about this one in the video. So what is this game? Well, it's a game that's a bit like the Fortune Street series, otherwise known as Itotaki Street. A game that had characters from the Dragon Quest series, and later Final Fantasy and even the Mario series, competing on a virtual board game or trying to obtain property, sorta like Monopoly. During a gameplay session, players will also have to compete in Mario Party style minigames too. So yeah, it's a little bit like Monopoly meets Mario Party, but this game, Billion Road, throws in a new element: Pokemon. Well, not exactly Pokemon, but what it does have you doing is encountering and using monsters that you find to aid you, or even work against you, and your goals are investing and becoming rich. Yeah, this game is insane. That's the best way I can describe it without taking up a whole chunk of this video. But yeah, it's like Monopoly meets Mario Party meets Pokemon. And yeah, if you like super weird, unique Japanese style games that never usually see an English translation, then this one might be simply worth picking up before the sale ends and the delisting happens. I mean, this is a type of game you do not see every day. This might be your only chance to check it out, and it's on sale for just $3.99. And I took the risk at it. I picked it up at $4. Why not? I love me some weird Japanese games. Ufouria 2 The Saga is a sequel to the NES game Ufouria the Saga, otherwise known in Japan as Hibareke. The NES game got released in power regions back in the day, but it didn't come out in North America until very recently. That's actually on the eShop now. The game actually spawned a number of spin-offs in Japan, and many years later, a proper sequel was made, and that's this game. The sequel's premise here is pretty much like the first game. You play as Hibareke, a penguin-like creature who goes on another platforming adventure to recruit his friends again in order to use their powers to save the day. Sunsoft, yes they are back, calls it an evolution of the original with similar elements of the original game, though this one sports a new claymation kind of storybook style look. It's kind of like the Yoshi games in a way. Also, the gameplay includes randomized elements to make each playthrough unique. I think it's an awesome little game, it's got lots of humor, and if you're a fan of the original game, then you should definitely check it out. If you've never played the original game, feel free to jump in here. It's a nice, cozy platformer. It's on sale for $9.99 on the eShop. Magical Drop 6 is the latest game in the series, and it was originally started by Data East. The gameplay consists of players moving around the colored drops in order to match them and erase them to score points and perform combos. The gameplay is pretty easy to understand and get the hang of, but at higher difficulties and challenges, you're going to need to be super quick with your thinking in order to survive and win. The latest game in the series is a treat. It has a new HD art style, 15 characters to choose from, each with their own story to play through, local and online multiplayer, 6 solo modes to play, and much more to take on. It's pretty content packed, and for only $2.99 via the latest eShop sale, I think it's a pretty damn good deal. Undertale is a game that certainly needs no introduction. I think everybody knows what the game is by now, but if by some chance you jumped in at Deltarune and have yet to pick up this game, then what are you waiting for? I mean, if you like Deltarune, then you gotta get and play Undertale. It's an all-time classic with a unique combat system, part bullet hell, part turn-based RPG, and it has a wonderful story that is greatly influenced by your choices in and out of battle. It's on sale in the eShop for 34% off, $9.89 currently. And there you go, my $10 and under picks from the latest eShop sales. Let me know down below if you plan to pick up any of these games from today's video, or other games. Feel free to post that too. Leave a comment, like and share, I appreciate it, and it helps me out, as well as this channel out, with the algorithm during these wild days of YouTube. Also, make sure you're subscribed, notifications turned on, so you do not miss out on any future videos. Thank you for watching, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll catch you real soon on the next video.